What's my best pension option? Welcome back for another segment of our retirement series. Today, we're going to be going over pensions and some of the things to consider when trying to figure out which option is best for you. Also, if you have a friend or a family member who does not have a pension, stick around to the end of the video and learn how they could also get a lifetime pension-like income. Then everybody could worry less and have more fun together doing all the things that you all want to do. So, several research companies have written multiple articles showing that having a guaranteed lifetime income could be one factor for a longer life. And that means all the more reason to make sure that you have a lot of lifetime income. And there's a lot of options that go into this decision. So it's not going to be just a one size fits all answer. A lot of times I have people asking me, what is the best answer? And definitively, the answer is always it depends. Because when your situation might be different from your friend's situation. So if you're working at the same company, you have a friend that retired before you, and they say, hey, I chose this option, that may or may not be the best option for you because their situations might be a little bit different. And so, there's a lot of options to choose, lump sum, if you do have an option for a monthly check, you could do that. But then there's a lot more options that go into that, like subcategories of that monthly check. How does it come in? Do you choose the 100% single life with no survivorship? Meaning if you pass away, your spouse gets nothing. So that'll be a higher amount. Yeah, initially. But then when you pass, it goes down to zero. So do you take some of that extra, maybe buy a life insurance policy with it? That's a consideration. And there's lots of levels in between that. So you've either got 100% single, no survivorship whatsoever, or 100% joint and survivor, meaning if you pass away, your spouse continues receiving exactly the same amount of pension that they were receiving prior to you passing. There's also, in some instances, 75%, meaning if you're getting a certain amount when you pass away, your spouse receives 75% of it, or even 50% of it, half of it, right? So if you're getting 3,000, now it's 1,500 that they will be getting. So which one of those should you pick? Lump sum versus monthly payment, both of those in and of themselves, regardless of which iteration of the monthly payment that you choose, are very important considerations because usually once you make those decisions, they are irrevocable. You cannot go back and change them. And so there are goods and bads to that lump sum versus the monthly payment. If you do the monthly payment, well, you have transferred all of your risk to the company or whatever insurance or annuity company they may use to generate that pension, and you have that amount for the rest of your life, no matter what. The lump sum, a lot of our clients actually like to choose the lump sum simply for a few reasons. One is control. They know that, well, let's say something happens to you in, say, year 2 or 3, and with the pension, there's no death benefit. If you chose, the joint life, there's still that income stream, but there's no death benefit whatsoever. If both you and your spouse pass away within, say, 5 years or 10 years, that could be a big death benefit that you could be giving up for your beneficiaries. And so a lot of people do like to retain control of that. And through a lot of, creative, scenarios and products and services that we have access to, we may be able to get the same, if not higher, payout with that pension lump sum versus what the monthly annuity could have. Not in every situation, but it is something that could be considered. And if you can come very, very close, a lot of those other benefits of it could outweigh maybe the couple, $100 per year or whatever it could be that maybe you're missing out on. Extra long-term care benefits outside of the pension annuity from the company, a bunch of other things that are taken into consideration there. And so now let's say that there are let's take that aside for a second. So now you've got that pension. And matter of fact, I have a podcast, a video on my podcast YouTube channel that actually goes deeper into this topic. And so if we haven't answered your questions on this short video, definitely go to that. And there'll be a link in the description for that. So make sure you check that out. Now on to the bonus section. If you have a friend or family member that does not have a pension, which means that's probably going to be the majority of people that are out there, here's how you get one. Insurance companies are the only ones really outside of the government, right, that can give you a lifetime pension type of an income. Not only that, it's the only investment vehicle. Mutual funds can't do it. CDs can't do it. Real estate investment trusts can't do it. Annuities are the only product out there that can guarantee a lifetime stream of income, subject to the claims paying ability of the insurance company. So not only that, that can give you that lifetime pension income that most people that have pensions from a company or a municipality or a state or something like that, most of they have. And here's what's interesting about that lifetime income or the annuity, that A word, right? They have found, studies have shown that the happiness factor is higher among retirees who are taking income from a pension like or annuity like asset rather than taking income by drawing down other assets. So one thing to consider is always make sure that you know what you're getting. Or if you already have an annuity, make sure you know what you've got. One of the things that we do here is we do an annuity x-ray. And the reason is I worked with financial advisors all over the country. I consulted financial advisors for a number of years. And so we got really good at being able to notice what features of annuities made them either better or not as good as some other alternatives that are out there. And so we can do that annuity x-ray for you, take a deep look into what you currently have, whether or not it's actually still in line with what your goals are, and find out whether or not it actually works for you. And so you can schedule a call with us or click on our link, calendar link in the description. And I've got several podcasts that also dive even more into annuities. And the link to my podcast is also in the description. And so next week, what we're going to be going over is rental income during retirement, the good, the bad, the ugly, whether it's from residential, commercial, farming, or whatever, right? And always remember, if you want your answers to your retirement questions, our contact information, our calendar links are in the descriptions. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you're notified every single week when we put out new content. We also have another YouTube channel for our podcast called Retirement Rescue Radio, where we dive into a lot of these deeper topics in long format style, right? Because once again, we're always trying to bring more and more value to you, more and more information so that we can empower you to enjoy the retirement that you deserve. So that's it for today. Tune in again next week for that episode on rental income. Take care.